What's up guys, Duarte here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about Starlord TChalla and how important this character is going to be. We just got confirmed that he will be released through the Blitz events, so he'll have his own Blitz, the same way that we are having the Ghost Spider right now, and that you can purchase him with cores in the store right now, and he will always appear with each refresh. Now each 10 shards is 800 cores, so it's up to you to decide if it's worth or not. If you are free to play, if you have a lot of cores, it's a possibility that you have, otherwise you'll have to blitz your brains out in order to obtain him. Now, the question is this character important? Many people are saying that he's not important, that he's not relevant enough, his team does not matter. But the fact alone that his team might not matter or might not be super important, is Starlord TChalla not a good character on his own? Is he not a good flex character that maybe you can mix out with other characters from other teams and make a very decent character and a useful character wherever you use him? Maybe. This is what we are going to talk about in this video, so let's get started. So first off, taking a look at Starlord TChalla, he's part of the Ravagers, he's a blaster. That alone makes him interesting because there are not many blaster characters that have been released lately, so it's very likely that you have a big surplus of green ions and isoate in order to apply to this guy. He's a cosmic character, tech, and like I mentioned before, Ravagers, but also heroes. So being cosmic, there is a possibility that we can use him together with other cosmic characters, especially for Dark Dimension 5, as he is one of the new meta characters, so of course he will have some kind of longevity going forward. And if you don't feel this yet, we'll take a look at his kit and you'll see why. Now, in terms of the stats, just to take into consideration, because this is going to be very important on the analysis that we are going to do, it's his speed, 125% speed, so this is going to be very significant. Okay, so after we take a look at his speed, let's take a quick look at his stats. He has some of the highest damage in the game. He has a little bit low HP, but this is not going to be a problem when we take a look at his kit. And the speed we already saw, and the armor is pretty decent as well. Now, if we gear up this guy to, let's say, Striker or Skirmisher, Isoate Blue, let's see if the stats are still going to be significant or not. So if you have a decent amount of red stars, and you should try to get some decent red stars on this guy, you will have around 400k health. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible based on his kit. So let's take a look at his kit. With the basic, he does damage and offense up and whatever, that's not super relevant. Then we have the special, and the special is where the fun starts for this guy. And his abilities, he applies blind to the enemy for 1 turn, and he steals energy from the enemy. Now, if you are aware of how much energy each character has when they spawn, this is going to be extremely important because you can make insane counters based on who do you remove the energy from. For example, you can remove the energy from Nick Fury, and that will stop him from doing his special. You can do this to Dr. Doom, and that will stop him from doing his ultimate. So as you can see, this character has huge potential, not only on his own team, but also outside of his own team, by being such a plug-and-play character with how powerful this ability is. On top of that, we also have the ultimate, which is very good as well. Both of these abilities come with full energy, so you can use them whenever you want. Copy all positive effects from all adjacent allies. Extremely important. Whichever team you are using him on, if you have good positive effects, dodge, defense up, offense up, counters, whatever, is going to be able to copy all of that. So imagine if you have the situation where you are using Starlord TChalla in the tech raids next to Lady Deathstrike or Nebula or Dr. Octopus or Dr. Doom. All the positive effects that they have, defense up, offense up, death proof, speed up, dodge, everything, all of that will be copied to Starlord TChalla. On top of that, all those positive effects are going to be extended by 1, making it even better. So if you are stealing 1 dodge, you will get 2. If you are stealing 1 turn of defense up, you will get 2. As you can see, this is going to be extremely powerful, and this is why, even that this character doesn't have the highest amount of HP, he is still going to be extremely resilient because of all these mechanics that increase his survivability. In terms of the passive, we have an additional evade that he can extend, clears negative effects from himself, which is great, and also gives himself speed bar, which is great as well. Plus he has increase in damage, and yeah, so as you can see, this guy is going to be extremely flexible wherever you use him, and is going to be very plug and play. He doesn't have to be specifically on his team, you can still do a lot of good things with him outside of his own team. Now, another thing that we need to take into consideration is in terms of his gear. He uses the augmented carbonadium. This is a little bit of a problem because we have Omega Red that requires the same uniques, but in terms of the mini uniques, he only requires 2 sets of mini uniques. That's extremely important. Another thing that is extremely important is that he does not require health catalysts. Health catalysts of the teal quality is some of the most demanding items right now, so the fact that you have an option to gear up a character that does not require on this specific item is quite amazing, and it makes him very viable for Dark Dimension 5. Especially if you have him combined with characters that can spread negative effects around, like Deathpool, maybe. And you'll be able to spread this blind not only to one target but also to all adjacent targets, thanks to Deathpool special ability, which spreads all negative effects on a target to all the adjacent targets as well. So as you can see, this guy is going to be quite amazing. So now let's take a look at some footage of the tech nodes that I showed you before, and see exactly where would the Starlord TChalla make a difference. Okay, so let's take a look at this footage. We are taking a look at the tech nodes in the Doom Raid 2.3 difficulty, and Starlord TChalla, based on his speed, he goes after Lady Deathstrike. So the turn order will be Shuri, Lady Deathstrike, Starlord TChalla, and then whoever is left. We are supposedly going to replace Dr. Octopus with Starlord TChalla, and we will also have Misty Knight. Now this is going to be something that we need to test out, but this should be the optimal team: Shuri, Starlord TChalla, Misty Knight, Lady Deathstrike, and Dr. Doom. This is my speculation, and it's the team I think will be the best one. We'll test it out because I intend to gear up Starlord TChalla as fast as possible. So yeah, after Lady Deathstrike does her special, as you can see right here, we'll do the special. She will turn rewind all these guys and apply a ton of bleed. The bleed will decrease their resistance, and that will make it more likely to Starlord TChalla to apply his blind and to steal the energy. And from that we can make several plays. We can blind Captain Sam. That will not prevent him from getting the turn meter, so it's not super relevant. We can apply the blind and the energy removal to Nick Fury. We are going to be able to apply the energy removal and the blind to Sharon Carter. All of these very important characters that will cause us a lot of problem in case we don't do anything about it. So with Misty Knight we can apply the stun or the ability block to one of the characters. I recommend Sharon Carter, and with the other characters And about the other characters, we can apply to them the blinds and remove the energy. So maybe the best target would be Nick Fury, so all those buffs that he has would go to waste, and we don't have to worry about all these characters with speed up, offense up, deflect and defense up. Okay, so that's the first moment where Starlord TChalla is going to be super relevant. The second moment, and this is based on how much energy he gives to himself from stealing the energy from the enemies, and also having into consideration the high speed that this character will have. You'll also be able to use his special ability once again to steal energy from Rescue and stopping her from using her ultimate ability, which clears all the negative effects on the team. Other option, which is also possible depending on the turn meter of Ironheart compared to Rescue, you can also apply the blind to her and remove the energy to stop her from doing the ultimate attack. Okay, so that's for the second node. For the last node, of course, we can apply the blind to Colin Wing, making sure that she doesn't apply the ability block, heal block to us. Heal block, not ability block, heal block. We can also do the blind and energy removal to Dr. Doom, even that at this point I don't think it will be necessary, that we'll be able to delete him before his ultimate becomes a problem. Once again, I recommend using Misty Knight instead of Nebula, which we have on this footage. And lastly, we can use his ultimate. Once again, maybe I'm not sure if you are going to face that team, but on this video we have for sure. Lastly, when you are facing the Shatterstar and Longshot, the X Factor, we will also be able to stop Shatterstar from doing his special ability where he applies defense down to us. Now, if we are able to ability block him, we can instead stop Mary Hill from doing her ultimate ability, which clears most of the negative effects from the team and also heal themselves. So as you can see, Starlord TChalla will make a huge difference in the strategy that we have already now, the strategy I suggested without using Kestrel. He is going to be extremely powerful in increasing all the control that we need for this specific node. Is he like the solution? Is he a tech raid team? Of course not. He's not an entire team, but he's a very flexible character that we can use together with our other good tech characters in order to make a good strategy to fix this dire situation that we have in the tech nodes on the Doom raids. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on Starlord TChalla. As you see, this guy is going to be very relevant, and even if you don't use him on the tech raids right now, he might be useful down the line. He will definitely be useful for Dark Dimension 5, so this is definitely a character that you should not skip on. And to be honest, I'm quite excited about landing my hands on this character, because the potential that he has for theory crafting is just huge, and I am taking him into consideration to take him for Dark Dimension 5 because of low price he has and all the utility and combinations that we can make with the other characters. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like always, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found this information helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. Make sure they don't skip on this character, and once again, it's going to be a Blitz released character. Make sure you check out my new video on the Blitz teams, the recommendation that I have for the Blitz teams. Last Blitz for the Ghost Spider event, I reached the top 100, so the teams definitely work. And even with my low TCP, I'm catching up to many other players with higher TCP because how effective those teams are. And this new video will have a lot of different combinations that will increase even more the consistency that I have presented you so far throughout these different months. So yeah, that's gonna be all for now. Once again, if you like the information on this video, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.